Right, so that's it. Done with this thing. I've done it 2 days, ridden it 2 days. Yesterday, twisted gum. I think I did 5 laps or something like that. Today, I think I've done 7 laps. Did a Strava for the first, I think, 5. Then went up and did another couple. And I was hoping to see what my times were on these descents, but because I uploaded it as an e-bike ride, none of the segments came up. So, bit of a shame, but it was definitely super fast. You can see in the helmet cam. I'll drop a helmet cam, and this thing flies. It's calm, it's stable, the suspension's killer. I had a bit of an issue with the with the 36. When you go into deep compressions, it really pokes you back up, regardless of I've got the high speed rebound closed all the way, so nice and slow, and low speed rebound just nice. But it really pokes you back out of there, so not sure whether it's maybe I need a bit more high speed compression just to use that travel a little bit more efficiently. But wasn't a big issue unless I really kind of cased in on a deep nosedive landing. It'd poke you up real quickly, but not a big issue. Battery, I've still got 2 bars. I've done, like I said, probably 7 laps and heaps of messing around back and forth and cutties and having fun. It's killer. The trail mode, I left it in trail mode all day, more or less. Eco is not quite enough to boost up the hills. Eco kind of feels like you're riding a normal bike, just a little bit better. Boost, there's not much difference between trail mode and boost when you're climbing, but boost definitely is more on the flats. You get more boost out of it on the flats. Boost no good for climbing single track. The trail mode's pretty good for climbing single track. Still kind of can get away from you a little bit, but it's controllable. It's not quite as intuitive as the Bosch Motor EMTB setting, but still quite good. It's really good. And I think it's actually better, maybe the software's updated or something. The trail mode feels more intuitive than it did on the Focus Jam that I rode a while ago. And that bike was a bit older, obviously. That was last year's model. So maybe the software on the Shimano steps has upgraded a little bit. Not too sure. Di2, I don't like the backwards shifting. I got used to it, kind of. Still, you can see in the helmet cam, as I take off, I put it in the wrong, I went down to easy gear instead of harder gear, accidentally. So apart from that, that's okay. I don't like the idea that when the battery goes flat, you're stuck in whatever gear you had it in when the battery went flat. Just a matter of watching your battery and whatnot, but it'll be hard to climb out of an area where you've gone flat and you're in the top gear. You'd be walking it back, so that's not ideal. I don't like that. I'd go mechanical drivetrain. Handling wise, it's killer. It absolutely rips. These faster flowy trails, Fox Long, Fox Fast, it was killer. Green Smoothie was great, even though that's a pedally track. It was really good on Green Smoothie, actually. Efficient still. So what do I do? A couple of long paddles, Fox Fast, Duck's Guts, and Green Smoothie, and it was on every track. It felt good. Didn't take me too long to get the shock dialed in. Played a little bit with the suspension. I reckon I've got maybe 3 clicks of low speed compression, 6 clicks of high speed compression, high speed rebound pretty much all the way shut, 3 clicks off of shut, and low speed rebound just a taste. So not super fast, but okay. Got a bit of a creak in the headset now, so I'm not going to ride it anymore. That'll have to be pulled apart. He's getting it serviced anyway, so they'll sort that out. The tyres, DHR2s. I think they're good in the smaller size, but in this bigger size, they're a little bit skatey. They definitely do the job, for sure, but they sap your speed, which is the opposite of what they do in the smaller size. They're actually a little quicker than the Minion DHF in the 2.3, 2.4. But in this size, you can definitely feel rolling resistance. And they a little bit skatey. I was running 22 at the back, 22, 21. I think I ended up at 21 at the back, 20 at the front. I went back and forth, 22, 23, 20, 21. I reckon I've finished at 21. 20 was a little bit scared of like squirming and doing damage to the rims and whatnot, and bouncing because they're balloons. They're big tyres, so you've got more energy stored when you compress them, so they kind of push you around a bit more. 20 in the front felt killer. What else to say about this thing? The brakes are unreal. Obviously Shimano Saints, you can't go wrong. Very surprised that e-bikes can go that fast down a hill. That is what I'll say. When they first came out, they definitely didn't feel like they were, not that I spent much time on them, but they definitely didn't feel like they were capable of doing what I just did down Fox Long. Now, it's so good. If you're low on time and high on money, because they are still pretty expensive, 100% you should get an e-bike, 100%. I've been out here, in the first hour, I'd done 5 laps, easily. So it's 6-7 minutes up, 8 minutes if you're dawdling, and then 3 minutes back down, because you're riding it at a normal pace. You're riding these things now with the capable suspension and the geometry. I didn't feel like the head angle was too steep today. It felt good. Yesterday I thought maybe it's a bit steep. Wasn't too sure. I was still trying to get my head around the whole thing. But today, bigger variety of trails, more choppy terrain as well. I had this thing calm, relaxed, taking all the hits. I only found the bottom once, so I'm running it for my weight. I'm 74 kilos or 73 kilos. Got a bit of puppy love at the moment. 185 psi. Like I said, I found the bottom once on a real sharp hit, but other than that, it was killer. 115 in the forks. It's primo. It just absolutely sails. So Merida, you have hit this out the park for sure. Not really known on the big scene for making high-end bikes, and I'm not sure. I can't speak to durability or frame strength or anything like that, but for all out getting people out on the trails that probably wouldn't be otherwise, or not getting as much time otherwise, this thing is an absolute home run. Shimano, good motor, software is good. I still prefer the Bosch. I think the Bosch is a little bit better, but this is killer. If I was to buy this bike, things I'd change: the saddle's not very comfortable. I'd put an EDC one-up tool in there, and I'd try and run the 2.6 Minions, which is what the giant e-bikes got on them. So 2.6 Minion DHFs, I think they're the perfect tyre for an e-bike. Still a little wider than what we run on our trail bikes, but not so fat as to create this balloon feeling and the skatey feeling when you're on the edge of them when you're leaning them over. There is heaps of grip. I'm not saying there's no grip here. There is heaps of grip on these tyres, but they're just a little, I don't know, it's hard to say. They're just a little bit skatey. It loves the cutties. It's super playful. If I was to compare this to the Trek Powerfly LT9, now the Trek, I ran a shorter stem. I ran the 50. It came with a 70. This thing comes with a 40 or a 50, so it's set up straight out the box, which is better. This feels like I can bunny hop things easier than the Trek. The Trek felt heavy in the back. So I don't know how it weighs up on the scales. I'm pretty sure they're about the same. It feels more or less, might even be a little bit lighter, but it feels more or less the same. Bunny hops, cutties, turns. It's wicked. It is absolutely wicked. So I'm not disappointed at all. My next e-bike is hopefully going to be the Norco Sight. I know there's a few of them floating around at the moment. So next up will probably be the Norco Sight outside of normal bikes. Thank you.